Welcome to the iFilm channel. If you like what you see, please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and consider sharing the video as well. Shutter Island is a 2010 American neo-noir psychological thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese and written by Lea Kalogridis. Based on Dennis Lehane's 2003 novel of the same name, Leonardo DiCaprio stars as U.S. Marshal Edward Teddy Daniels, who is investigating a psychiatric facility on Shutter Island after one of the patients goes missing. Mark Ruffalo plays his partner officer. Ben Kingsley is a facility lead psychiatrist. Max von Sydow is a German doctor, and Michelle Williams is Daniel's wife. Released on February 19, 2010, the film received mostly positive reviews from critics. The film was chosen by National Board Review as one of the top 10 films of 2010 and grossed over $294 million worldwide. The film is also noteworthy for its soundtrack using classical, which is Gustav Mahler, and mainly modern classical music by composers such as Penderecki, Ligeti, John Cage, Ingram Marshall, and Max Richter. Shutter Island is a period piece, with nods to different films in the film noir and horror genres, paying particular homage to Alfred Hitchcock's works. Scorsese states in an interview that the main reference to Teddy Daniels was Dan Andrews' characters-in-law, and that he was also influenced by several very low-budget 1940s zombie movies made by Val Lewton. The main frame of the plot resembles that of William Peter Blatty's The Ninth Configuration, as well as German expressionism film The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. LaCroix noted that Shutter Island was a complex and puzzling work that borrowed from genres as diverse as detective, fantasy, and the psychological thriller. Rotten Tomatoes gives the film an approval rating of 68% based on 255 reviews with an average of 6.64 out of 10. The site's critical consensus read, "It may not rank with Scorsese's best work, but Shutter Island's gleeful and apologetic genre thrills represents the director at his most unrestrained." On Metacritic, the film received a weighted average score of 63 out of 100, based on 37 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences surveyed by CinemaScore gave the film an average C+ grade on an F to A+ scale. Lawrence Topman of the Charlotte Observer gave the film 4 out of 4 stars, claiming, "After 4 decades, Martin Scorsese has earned the right to deliver a simple treatment of a simple theme with flair." Writing the Wall Street Journal, John Anderson highly praised the film, suggesting it requires multiple viewings to be fully realized as a work of art. Its process is more important than its story, its structure more important than the almost perfunctory plot twist it perpetrates. It is a thriller, a crime story, and a tortured psychological parable about collective guilt. Awarding the film 3 out of half stars out of 4, Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times wrote, "The movie is about atmosphere, ominous portents, the erosions of Teddy's confidence and even his identity. It is all done with flawless directorial command. Scorsese has fear to evoke, and he does it with many notes." Shutter Island first viewing can be described as disorienting. It might challenge how you think. I found this movie as one of the better novel adaptations depicting mystery and horror. Scorsese's beautiful directing really does show in this film. DiCaprio and Ruffalo have such a great chemistry. Their acting is sublime. It is just wonderful seeing the both of them on screen. I keep wanting more because their interaction is just fantastic, and it works well in the final cut of the film. The story has intriguing plot, the mystery that hides within it. Layers by layers, we found out answers one by one. Maybe that's why this film works so well for me. The way Martin Scorsese reveals information slowly, we follow it piece by piece. The reason why the first viewing of Shutter Island can be disorienting is because the abundance of mystery and the abundance of answer that was shown to us and were forced to our brains can be overwhelming. I myself needed to watch this film 3 times before I understand the complete picture, the complete story. This narrative is a challenge for every filmmaker. Although some audience may find the film confusing or maybe even disturbing at some scenes, it is still a great Scorsese film. Not his best, but it's up there. It's Scorsese. The man knows how to direct and make films. The constant mystery that is ever present within the film challenges us to question everything. Why this happened? What does this mean? Who is he? Who is she? What is he trying to convey? All these questions can be quite the challenge. There are films that were meant to challenge the way we think. These films challenge reality. It challenges us to follow the motion picture. It drives us to understand the story, and Shutter Island is one of them. Shutter Island might not be remembered as Scorsese's best. It might not be remembered as a timeless classic. It might not be remembered by most at all. But for me, Shutter Island is the first film that challenges me to think about film and to question everything that were presented right before our very eyes. Maybe that's why for me Shutter Island is an effective film.